Hey, what's up everybody? This is Yosinix, and I just finished playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo, and man, I have a lot to say about this. I mean, first of all, I'm just gonna be blunt. I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy VII fan out there. You know, I'm one of those that played the very first game on the NES when it came out a long time ago, and I always felt like 7, while it was a graphical upgrade or whatever, it kind of regressed in certain parts, especially like in terms of RPG elements, for me at least, you know, maybe not for many people out there. But anyway, having just played the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo, I enjoyed it. It was pretty, it's like nostalgic. It's weird because, you know, 23 years ago we had this demo disc that came with Tobal #1, just still have in my house somewhere. And you know, that I remember that demo being so hyped, so exciting, so interesting, you know, and you know, it did get you hyped for this game, you know. And now, all these years later, they were able to like rework the first, you know, Mako Reactor instance of the game and just make it something more. It's weird. It's like still an RPG, but an action game. It almost has like a Resident Evil feel to it. But ooh, sorry about that. But the biggest thing I think is that the combat has just taken an overhaul. You know, it has elements of like Kingdom Hearts combat and Final Fantasy 13 staggering, which I like a lot, and the fact that there's magic that works, unlike the magic in Final Fantasy 15. But yeah, so far so good. I like that you can dynamically like switch characters in battle. It kind of reminds me of something you would see in like, you know, Dragon Age or whatever. You know, it's very weird. You know, like they were somehow able to still retain a bit of a turn-based quality to it, even though it's very fast-paced and action-y or whatever. So, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing, I guess, what the rest of this portion of the game will bring. Because as we know, the Final Fantasy VII Remake will just consist of the Midgard portion of the game, which in the original game, for me, was the best part. So 30 hours of that might not be a bad thing. We'll see how that goes. I hope we get to learn more about their future plans and everything. But yeah, the demo was fun. It was interesting, nostalgic, but new at the same time. You know, Barret was funny as hell. I think my favorite line is when he says, "Oh, what you gonna do? Throw your sword at it?" Like, to me, I'm pretty sure that was shade at Final Fantasy 15, and also the fact that Kyle just has an impossibly big sword. But you know, that's not unusual for like anime-esque characters. Anyway, so yeah, so far so good. We'll see what else comes up. You know, it's very interesting that the next games I'm looking forward to are remakes or re-releases. You know, Persona 5 Royal, Resident Evil 3 Remake is like the game that I've been dying for. And then of course, you know, we'll see how this, I'll begrudgingly see how this Final Fantasy VII Remake goes. So yeah, check it out if you haven't. Download the demo right now on PS4. All right, latest.